shows interest in a subject, I like to foster it as much as I possibly can.
Kelly Clarkson has been turning heads with her recent fashion choices, and her latest look is no exception. In today's video, we'll dive into Kelly's stunning knit dress that's not only stylish but also practical, a look that's reminiscent of the iconic style Oprah Winfrey is known for. We'll explore how Kelly's fashion choices are influencing trends, the practicality of knit dresses, and why this particular outfit is perfect for those in-between season days. Celebrities are already getting their closets ready for fall, and they're not giving up dresses quite yet. Instead, they're opting for ones with practical details to sustain cooler temperatures. Take Kelly Clarkson's recent look on The Kelly Clarkson Show, for instance. She wore a long-sleeve dress with a row of buttons while pictured beside Scarlett Johansson. The dress appeared to be made of a lightweight knit fabric and had patch pockets and a preppy collar. Christy Brinkley's white button-down shirt is a layer-friendly staple you can wear well into fall. Long-sleeve dresses are ideal for between-season dressing because they keep the arms covered for additional warmth. Plus, you can layer them under coats and even wear them with tights once temperatures really start to dip. Oprah wore a similar style in February, further proving it's a good transitional staple. Keep reading for long-sleeve dresses like the one seen on Clarkson from Amazon, Nordstrom, and Spanx to wear in the weeks to come. Prices start at $23. Long-sleeve dress inspired by Kelly Clarkson. Tickeroo long-sleeve knit dress, $23.40 with coupon ORG. $38.99. Amazon.com. Self-leave-in shirt dress, $39.99 ORG. $69.99. Amazon.com. Pretty Garden long-sleeve ruffle dress, $27.30 with coupon ORG. $56.99. Amazon.com. Mango long-sleeve rib knit dress, $79.99. Nordstrom.com. Graceful Impression floral print maxi dress, $55.20 with code BDAI ORG. $69. Lulus.com. Love You So long-sleeve maxi dress, $70.40 with code BDAI ORG. $88. Lulus.com. Lulus sophisticated grace-pleated long-sleeve maxi dress, $78.40 with code BDAI ORG. $98. Lulus.com. Abercrombie & Fitch long-sleeve felted shirt dress, $100. Abercrombie.com. Maggie London gathered empire waist long-sleeve dress, $128. Nordstrom.com. Spanx Air Essentials crew neck dress, $148. Spanx.com. Tickeroo long-sleeve knit dress, $24 with coupon. Opie Clarkson's ribbed knit style with this dress that's on sale at Amazon thanks to a coupon. It has long sleeves and a maxi silhouette to provide optimal coverage of the arms and legs. The ribbed knit is warm for crisp fall mornings, while the buttons on the V neckline mean you could bundle up or let more air in, depending on what you need. In addition to beige, you can also get it in pink, coffee, apricot, navy, and black. Soap-legged shirt dress. Gwyneth Paltrow was spotted wearing a shirt dress this summer, and it reminds us of this on-sale style from Amazon. The shirt dress has neck to knee buttons that give it a sleek appearance that can easily be dressed up with booties and a wide brim hat, or down with sneakers and a denim jacket. One 5-star Amazon reviewer called it a great dress for travel. Pretty Garden long-sleeve ruffle dress, $27 with coupon. Looking for a statement dress? This option by Pretty Garden is it. The maxi dress has billowing sleeves that cuff at the ends to lock in heat and ruffles at the base for an extra flowy look and feel it moves with you. And the waist has an adjustable tie that helps accentuate your shape. Snag it for $27 right now thanks to double discounts. It's time to start stocking up on long sleeve dresses. Keep reading to find more of our favorite styles inspired by Kelly Clarkson's latest look. Mango long sleeve rib knit dress. Kelly Clarkson admits she did use a weight loss drug to aid her body transformation. Kelly Clarkson has admitted she did take a weight loss drug, but it wasn't Ozempic. The Because of You hitmaker was interviewing Whoopi Goldberg, who used the diabetes drug Mounjaro to shed the pounds, when she confessed she was helped by another drug that helps to break down sugar because her body doesn't do it right. She told the Ghost actress, 68, on The Kelly Clarkson Show, "Mine is a different one than people assume, but I ended up having to do that too. Everybody thinks it's Ozempic. It's not, it's something else. My doctor chased me for like 2 years," she said, "and I was like, no, I'm afraid of it." I already have thyroid problems. I was afraid. The breakaway hitmaker admitted at her heaviest, which she claims was 203 pounds, she never saw herself as bigger for quite some time until one day she suddenly didn't recognize herself. Kelly said, "Seeing yourself, I didn't see it. All of a sudden, I was like, who the F *** is that?" She added, "It's a weird thing. I never saw that. I was never insecure about it. I just did not see that." The 42-year-old singer admitted she thought she looked like she was about to die of a heart attack before she underwent her transformation, which saw her lose a reported 60 pounds. Whoopi said she herself ballooned to 300 pounds before she decided to do something about it. Kelly told her, "You look wonderful, and I hope you feel wonderful." The latter lost weight after being told she was pre-diabetic. Kelly was forced to explain her weight loss after it was rumored she used Ozempic. However, she denied this to be the case and revealed the health warning from her doctor was behind the shred. She previously said on her eponymous titled talk show, "I was told I was pre-diabetic. That was literally what happened. I wasn't shocked. I was a tiny bit overweight, so I wasn't shocked. But they were like, 'You're pre-diabetic. You're right on the borderline.' I was like, 'But I'm not there yet.' And then I waited 2 years and then did, however, move it to the, I was like, okay, I'll do something about it." The since you been gone hitmaker, who has River Rose, 9, and Remington, 7, with her ex-spouse Brandon Blackstock, followed Dr. Stephen R. Gundry's famous plant paradox diet. She shared to People recently, "I eat a healthy mix. I dropped weight because I've been listening to my doctor. And 90% of the time, I'm really good at it because a protein diet is good for me anyway. I'm a Texas girl, so I like meat, vegetarians in the world." The TV star, who previously admitted to having suicidal thoughts when she was skinny, relocated to New York following her split from ex-husband Brandon, and she says walking the city is quite the workout. On her other wellness activities, she added, "And I'm really into infrared saunas right now. And I just got a cold plunge because everybody wore me down." The Kelly Clarkson Show S5E13 August 19, 2024 on E! Season 5 Episode 13 Episode Summary. The upcoming episode of The Kelly Clarkson Show promises a blend of music, celebrity chats, and culinary delights. Titled Tell It to My Heart, this episode features the popular segment Kellyoke, where Kelly Clarkson performs a cover of the classic song. Fans can look forward to her powerful voice bringing a fresh take to this beloved track. Joining Kelly is Jacob Elordi, known for his roles in hit movies and shows. His appearance is sure to bring excitement as he shares stories from his career and perhaps a glimpse into his personal life. Elordi's charm and charisma are expected to create a lively atmosphere on the set. In addition to music and celebrity interviews, the episode will highlight Chef Jose Andres. He is known for his culinary skills and humanitarian efforts. Viewers can expect to see him whip up something delicious while discussing his work with Kitchens for Change, a program aimed at addressing food insecurity. Lawrence Zarian will also make an appearance, bringing his expertise in fashion and deals. He will share tips on bargains and deals, making it a perfect segment for those looking to save while staying stylish. With a mix of entertainment, food, and practical advice, this episode of The Kelly Clarkson Show is set to be engaging and enjoyable for all. What time is the episode on? The episode of The Kelly Clarkson Show will be broadcast on August 19, 2024 on E! At 5:00 a.m. at ET/PT. Is the episode new? The episode of The Kelly Clarkson Show is all new. The Kelly Clarkson Show cast and stars. Cease Winans' performance of That's My King on The Kelly Clarkson Show is powerful. Christians are no better than anyone else in society. We are still human beings and sinners. The only difference between us as Christians and everyone else is that we have realized that we are sinners and have asked the Lord for forgiveness. He has forgiven our sins and transgressions because of his incredible, perfect, never-ending love, mercy, and grace. Raleigh TD, Carrie Underwood, and Cease Winans' Great Is Thy Faithfulness duet is moving. God has done a fantastic, life-changing thing for us, something we could have never earned. But as the Bible states, Christians are not to keep this quiet and to ourselves. Instead, we are to go about into all the nations, sharing what Christ has done for us and making disciples for him. Cease Winans' performance on The Kelly Clarkson Show wows. In a clip posted on YouTube, Cease performs That's My King. It's a song about the great and extraordinary things the Lord has done in her life. He has dramatically changed her life, and she shares it with everyone. Her excitement about the Lord and his message of love, hope, and mercy are too important to keep contained. Riley TD, Cease Winans, and Terrence Blanchard sing Blessed Assurance at Kennedy Center. The entire song is an upbeat and joyful tune about Jesus Christ, the Savior of the world. That's my King. We declare the glory, give him all the honor. Altogether worry. Say says she always does, gives a show-stopping performance. It's one that you'll want to watch and listen to repeatedly. However, before her stunning performance, Cease sat down with Kelly and discussed several topics, including her grandson's musical ability, performing live, and how she is incredibly blessed to be able to share with others what God has done for her. WUMAI also LIKE. Carrie Underwood says singing gospel music for her album felt like praying. You can't. It's a gift and it's a blessing, Cease said. And to be able to use what God has given you and to share good news and to bring life because music is so powerful. Ephesians 5:19, speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord. WTCH, Cease Winans' powerful That's My King performance on Kelly Clarkson Show. Kelly Clarkson was never the same after her divorce. Here's why. Kelly Clarkson became America's sweetheart when she won the inaugural season of American Idol in September 2002, and she became Brandon Blackstock's sweetheart when the pair started dating a decade after that. The couple first met all the way back in 2006, but the talent manager was married to his first wife at the time. Clarkson next ran into a divorced Blackstock at the Super Bowl in February 2012, and the two went on their first date a week after that. Things moved quickly from there, and they were engaged by the end of the year. Clarkson and Blackstock wed in October 2013, 1 month before announcing they were expecting. Daughter River Rose was born in June 2014, and son Remington Alexander followed just under 2 years later. The family, which also included 2 older children from Blackstock's first marriage, appeared picture perfect for a good while, until they didn't. Clarkson filed for divorce during the COVID-19 pandemic, and the two entered into a very messy battle over money, kids, property, and business. Clarkson struggled in the aftermath of the split, but within a couple of years, she was doing better than ever. Sometimes you don't know what life has in store for you, and you think your life is going to go one way, and it's okay that it doesn't, she told People in January 2024. You never know how beautiful that might be. Keep reading for a look at Kelly Clarkson's life changes after her messy divorce from Brandon Blackstock. Kelly Clarkson dealt with legal woes. Kelly Clarkson and Brandon Blackstock were married for nearly 7 years by the time the singer filed for divorce in June 2020. From there, the drama came quickly. As Clarkson confessed on Sunday Today in September 2020, she was going through it at the time. My life has been a little bit of a dumpster, she said. Personally, it's been a little hard the last couple months. Clarkson and Blackstock spent years in court over everything from custody of their children to ownership of their ranch to deals brokered by Blackstock's company on Clarkson's behalf. On the business front, Blackstock was originally found responsible for the repayment of over $2.6 million in fees he took but was not legally owed. He appealed, Clarkson fired back, and the parties eventually settled out of court with terms unknown. Though there was a prenuptial agreement in place when the couple wed, things did not go according to plan for Clarkson when she hit the quit button for the marriage. She got to keep her ranch, but not without a nasty fight. Blackstock also fought Clarkson's request to not pay spousal support, and the singer ended up paying him both a lump sum of roughly $1.3 million as well as $115,000 a month for a period of 2 years. The court also granted Blackstock $45,601 monthly in child support, even though he only has custody of his children 1 weekend per month. Kelly Clarkson is known for her easygoing and down-to-earth vibe, as well as her tendency to tell it like it is. She kept her cards uncharacteristically close to her vest when going through her divorce, however, as she was concerned about the impact that speaking out too much might have on her children. You see yourself growing old with someone, and then life has a different path. It's so hard on everyone, and you know me, I'm really open. I try to be open and share, she said on Today in September 2020. It's just a tricky thing to navigate. The singer has continued to talk about her split mostly in abstract terms, never divulging bitter specifics or badmouthing her ex. Clarkson has been much more specific about the way that her divorce affected her personally, detailing a depression that had her reeling for a long time. She eventually bounced back, in part by leaning on those around her, including some four-legged friends. Ever since I've been separated, now divorced, my dogs have been, like, ruling my bed. So I think they would hate the next person that came in, the star said on The Kelly Clarkson Show in December 2023. I would cry a lot, as you do when grief happens, and my dog, Henry, would come in and force his head under my arm and just sit there with me. In addition to canine companionship, Clarkson also went on the antidepressant Lexapro for a few months. Kelly Clarkson is also a big believer in therapy when it comes to looking out for mental health. And while the star attends traditional therapy sessions with a trained professional, she also turns to her own personal form of therapy to navigate tough times: music. Like many songwriters, Clarkson channels her real-life emotions into her writing. But for her, the primary purpose has to do more with self-reflection than producing a hit record. I cannot express how appreciative I feel for having that kind of healthy outlet. Because the level of depression and things that come with divorce or grieving is extraordinarily hard, Clarkson told People in 2024. You feel alone, and it's just a blessing to be able to have that outlet for those emotions that are overwhelming. Clarkson spent the period after her split from Brandon Blackstock writing songs for what would eventually become the album Chemistry. She refused to write a traditional breakup album, instead choosing to focus on tracing the relationship through both its high and its lows. It's all in there, the ride. The beauty is in there as well. Now there's a lot of pain, but that's what happens for all of us, she said on Today in 2023. Though Clarkson wrote and recorded Chemistry when her emotions were raw, she refused to release the album until 3 years after her divorce, once things had settled and she felt she could properly do promotion. Kelly Clarkson made her Las Vegas residency debut. While Las Vegas residencies were at one point seen as being for washed-up has-beens, they have become all of the rage with A-listers over the course of the last decade. This type of showcase is especially popular amongst musical artists whose voice is the main draw, as they offer more intimate settings of a few thousand rather than, say, an arena seating 10 or 20 times that amount. Celine Dion, Mariah Carey, Adele, and other vocal powerhouses have all taken on Vegas, so why not Kelly Clarkson? She is not only one of the best vocalists of her generation, but she boasts a deep catalog of hits and finds creative ways to cover other songs. What's not to love? Clarkson was set to make her Vegas residency debut in 2020 in line with her album Invincible before COVID-19 forced its postponement. The pandemic went on for so long that the Invincible residency never happened. However, Clarkson managed to find her way to Nevada a couple of years later when she released Chemistry. The residency, which marked the first time the star had performed live regularly since 2019, began at the Backed Theater at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino in July 2023. Though Chemistry, an intimate evening, was initially supposed to be 10 dates, Clarkson later added 4 additional shows: 2 to celebrate New Year's Eve 2024 and 2 to mark Super Bowl weekend that February. With 31 songs charted on Billboard's Hot 100, with 11 of them making it to the top 10 and 3 hitting number 1, Clarkson has proven herself a force to be reckoned with. Throw in her popular talk show, time spent as a judge on The Voice and other singing shows, Wayfair partnership, and a host of other endeavors, and Clarkson has shown she is by no means limited to music. For her efforts, Clarkson has been nominated for 17 Grammys, winning 3, 11 Daytime Emmy Awards, winning 8, and a slew of other awards. But perhaps her biggest honor is the start she received on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2022. Clarkson was supposed to be given the honor the year prior, but the delay from COVID-19 actually had a silver lining. The way it worked out, she was awarded the star exactly 20 years after her American Idol win. I can honestly say to you, thanks to you, I'm here today because you validated what we did, Simon Cowell said to Clarkson at the induction ceremony. Kelly Clarkson was a coach on The Voice for seasons 14 through 21 and, after taking a season off, returned for a victory lap in season 23. She coached 4 winners, more than any other coaches save for Blake Shelton, and by all accounts got along swimmingly with everyone on set. In fact, Clarkson has said she adored the people at The Voice, despite leaving the show for good in 2023. Clarkson has said that while she was on The Voice, Los Angeles became an unbearably lonely and miserable place for her. She eventually realized that she simply could not do it anymore, so she picked up her life and moved to New York City. Relocating the show she could, The Kelly Clarkson Show, and leaving behind the one she could not, The Voice. I've learned a lot about what I'm capable of handling and also what you should not handle. That was me saying bye to The Voice and having this big move, she told USA Today. I love that family, but I was like, I'm struggling. I can't smile anymore. I don't feel like smiling. Kelly Clarkson and her kids love living in New York. If The Kelly Clarkson Show did not exist, Kelly Clarkson would likely live at her ranch in Montana. But because she could not film a show of that magnitude in the middle of nowhere, she chose New York City as her target destination after deciding she needed to get out of Los Angeles. I literally called one of the network heads and was like, listen, my life has been a dumpster fire and I'm really unhappy in LA, and I don't know if I'll continue in LA. What are our thoughts about possibly moving this to New York? Clarkson recalled in a 2023 chat with Andy Cohen for a SiriusXM town hall. The star has said that her entire family lives on the East Coast and that she felt lonely in California, where neither she nor her children were thriving. The desire to move to NYC was sparked by a work trip. As Clarkson told Cohen, I came here for upfronts, and I was like, why have I never lived here? I know why. My ex does not like living in a city like this, but I just never had done it. Clarkson and her kids, Rumi and River, are big fans of the city's walkability, as well as the subway system. Luckily, all family members took to life in the Big Apple like ducks to Central Park Lake. Clarkson rented a swanky place near Central Park and hit the ground running, going to comedy shows and sports games and everything in between. Her show continued to thrive after the big move. The Kelly Clarkson Show has always been a hit. It started in 2019 and eventually moved into the coveted The Ellen DeGeneres Show time slot. But the powers that be experienced a bout of controversy in early 2023 when Rolling Stone reported on a toxic workplace environment. Clarkson was reportedly unaware of a lot of the issues, but quickly took accountability and got to work on making widespread changes. Though not the original purpose, the show's move to New York City shortly after the Rolling Stone piece dropped provided for a much-needed breath of fresh air and a very convenient distraction in the news cycle. The Kelly Clarkson Show began its 5th season from its new studio at the iconic 30 Rockefeller Center, aka 30 Rock, and show insiders immediately noticed a shift in Clarkson's vibe, which was contagious on set. Moving to New York has given us all a renewed sense of energy. We can tell Kelly just has this spark in her step right now. That's exciting to see, longtime music director Jason Halbert, who has been with the star since 2003, reported to USA Today a couple months after the move. Clarkson made sure to thank NBC for considering her mental health when she won yet another Daytime Emmy in June 2024. They really wrapped their arms around us, and they helped us move, she said in her speech, via People. The move has been so great, not just for me and my family, but our whole show. Though she knew that her marriage was not working, Kelly Clarkson stayed with Brandon Blackstock for longer than she should have because she thought it was best for their kids. It is a story to which many can relate, especially parents who themselves come from broken homes and desperately want to end the generational cycle of divorce. It was because of this fear of repeating her childhood reality, which the star has discussed many times in interviews and documented in hit songs like Because of You and Piece by Piece, that Clarkson talked herself into remaining in her marriage past its expiration date. It becomes a little bit of your ego that gets in the way, Clarkson explained on the podcast We Can Do Hard Things, in relation to her mindset. If I'm being completely honest, we don't want to do what we saw done. Despite her fear, Clarkson has found that splitting from Blackstock was the best thing for her family. Above all else, she has said that focusing on herself and working toward finding happiness improved her parenting. I can say that after the divorce, I'm a far better mother. Because I think when you're honest with yourself, you're able to be honest with others, she told Glennon Doyle and the other We Can Do Hard Things hosts. In a different interview with People, posted to the publication's Instagram account in January 2024, Clarkson explained how she is unyielding about scheduling so that she can be present for her children. In the years since her divorce, Kelly Clarkson has reevaluated her approach health and wellness. The star has dropped a significant amount of weight since her split, partially due to a weight loss drug that she began taking after she found out she was pre-diabetic. I ended up having to do that because my blood work got so bad, she told Whoopi Goldberg on a 2024 episode of her show. Clarkson added that she was never unhappy with her size, but once it was clear her health was on the line, she was ready to make a change. Clarkson has also noted that living in New York City has led to an increase in physical activity. As she told People, walking in the city is quite the workout. What's more, she adjusted her approach to food. I eat a healthy mix, she added. I dropped weight because I've been listening to my doctor. A couple years I didn't. And 90% of the time I'm really good at it because a protein diet is good for me anyway. I'm a Texas girl, so I like meat. Sorry, vegetarians in the world. She told People that she has also started doing things like taking cold plunges and using infrared saunas, both known for their many positive impacts on body and mind. Kelly Clarkson obviously truly loved her one-time husband Brandon Blackstock, otherwise she never would have grieved their time together. But the star has admitted that the sadness she felt before and after her split was anything but surprising, as she has never been a romantic. I've always known that love is hard. For me, love has always come with this elephant in the room of sadness. I've known love is not forever, she told People in 2024. I don't mean that to sound depressing, but I think we put a lot of pressure on that word. Sometimes love is looking at someone and going, "This is not good for you. This is not good for me." That's a hard thing to face. But when you do, I think you grow. Clarkson may have married despite these rather pessimistic views on love, but it does not look like she will again, at least not for a long while. She has expressed being open to the idea of marrying once her kids leave the nest, but is not especially keen on the prospect. I need a little bit of work on me in a relationship to make sure I take care of myself at the same time as somebody else, she said on a December 2023 episode of The Kelly Clarkson Show. But also, I love me and I love spending time with me. It's as a wise woman once sang, "Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone." Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jaxcey N24. Thank you for watching.